Welcome to the flowerschool.com video library. I'm Leanne Kessler, Director of the Floral Design Institute, here to share with you a short segment on the classic boutonniere. Yes, wedding season is upon us. In fact, it's upon us with a vengeance. I've talked to so many people with multiple weddings every weekend. And one of the hardest parts is the handwork, the corsages and the boutonnieres. Well, this video will answer that problem. Show it to all your friends, show it to your kids, show it to your husband, to your wife, to your neighbor, and then rope them in. Have them come on over and help make the boutonnieres. Because yes, it can be easy, it can be simple. You just need to know the basic techniques. The first step in creating a boutonniere is to work in an organized fashion. Gather your materials and cut them off. You want no more than 1/2 inch to 1 inch of stem. Now always cut it at a slant. We'll make it a little bit easier as we go through and wire and tape. Whatever blossom you're going to use, just cut it off and then set it on your towel. Yes, I always lay out a towel to work upon. It keeps the flowers from bruising, protects them, keeps all my materials in a tidy fashion. Then in the wire, I work with a 26 gauge. Delicate is always better than heavy. And use the thinnest you possibly can. For larger South American roses, you may have to switch to a 22. But for the most part, a 26 covers almost everything I do. Now you notice I cut it in half. I cut it in half at an angle. So I've got a slanted point. Then I turn it so that all the points are going the same direction. That'll make it easier when I go to pierce through the stem. Now those of you that are experienced florists, this may be review, but even you may pick up a little tip somewhere along the line. Those of you that are beginning florists, watch close, because little things like cutting at a slant makes your life so much easier. Then you go through to wire, you've got that slant, pointy cut, and just pierce straight through, and it goes in easily. If it was a blunt cut, it wouldn't go in nearly as well. Then bend it straight down. With a calyx that is long like this, so your roses and your carnations, you always want to pierce wire, go straight through. But sometimes you're going to be using a flat face, like a daisy, and the pierce doesn't work. So you fold it into a hairpin, making a hook with the wire, and then thread it right down through the center. So that's the hairpin technique. Some people call it a hook technique, same thing. Then pull it till it just disappears down inside. Other blossoms, how do you do it? The freesia, oh my goodness. Sometimes there's a low blossom, I'll take that one off. And then the rest, work with it on the stem. I've got too much stem here, so cutting some off, taking my wire, folding it into a hook again. So similar to when I did the daisy, but this time just sliding it over the lateral between two blossoms, and then clutching by taking it and wrapping it around the stem, treating it like a string. Now the extra little bloom that I pulled off, I can treat that just like I did the rose or the carnation and pierce straight through. So wiring techniques, pierce, hairpin, clutch, lots of different ways. The key is to determine which blossom will work best with which technique. When I create boutonnieres, I do all my wiring at once. Working in this organized fashion, very methodical, you can actually get so much more done because you're working more efficiently. So you do all your wiring, then you go back and you do all your taping. Learning to tape with your tape on your finger will actually make you faster, much, much better. And I just start taping very, very tautly. I'm squishing the calyx, because as it dehydrates, it's going to get smaller anyway. So if I don't do it tightly, it'll fall apart. So I'm just taping very, very tightly, round and round and round. Then I repeat that same technique for the rose, starting above where I pierced through, because you want to cover that wire, and then taping tightly all the way down. Freesia, same thing. Start at the top, above the wire, and then all the way down. The bud, Same thing. You can see it's so easy because it's repetitive. You're just taping round and round. Now, getting your fingers trained and that muscle memory built up so you can tape tightly and fast, that takes a little bit of practice, but it will come. It really does come quickly. The daisy palm, right at the base of the head, right there, and then taping down tautly and lay them all out. And once you have all your taping done, then you're ready to do your final assembly. I just need a little bit of foliage to finish these. It can be a floret from leather fern. Just pull it off, strip down the lower laterals. And I'll tell you a little secret. I don't wire and tape these individually. I just attach them. Saves so much time that way. Then maybe a little bit of pittosporum. Variegated variety. I don't wire and tape it either. I just kind of pull it down. Sometimes I want just a leaflet. No wire, no tape. And I lay these things out. Then I start the assembly. Maybe as simple as the carnation with a bit of the leather and a tiny bit of the pittosporum. And I go, that's too much. Let's just pull some off. So I remove some of that. So I just have a few leaves there, and then I tape it. So no pre-wiring on the foliage, taping. Now as I go down, I have those natural stems in here. It's going to add a lot of bulk. So I want to go in and cut those off, again at a slant, and again, determine how long. Do this all at once, so you only pick your scissor up once, give it a cut, and then tape to the bottom, freesia, make a decision. Do you want that extra floret on here or not? It's really up to you. I'm not going to. I think all by itself, with just a little bit of the pittosporum, one extra leaf there, don't need that. Tape down. Clip out the extra, shorten, tape to the bottom. Always making sure that as you tape to the bottom, you totally cover that lower wire. You don't want anything to poke someone when they're wearing it. Maybe you want two blooms. Just put the two together. Decide if you want a leaf or not. Maybe no leaf, but I like the pittosporum, so I'm going to go ahead and add 3 pittosporum leaves right into my fingers and then start taping. And they're going to shift around a little bit. It's okay. It looks more natural that way. Then shorten it. Tape over the bottom. And just like that, lickety split, 4 boutonnieres and a soft scented flower just for me, all done. One last tip when you're creating boutonnieres. When you take your pin and insert it, just insert it straight up in. Don't come back out. I can't tell you how many times I've worked with people and they put it through and then I go and pick it up and I poke myself. And I don't like that. So all you need to do is put it straight up in parallel. Don't come back out, and it solves that problem. You won't have anybody poking themselves by accident. So now, the wedding season is upon us. You're getting busy. Time to call all your friends. Have them come over. Teach them how to tape a wire. Get them started so that they've practiced that and they get their muscle memory built up. That way, the weekend that you have so many weddings that you can hardly see straight, you can give them all a call and say, hey guys, I need your help. I'll buy the pizza if you'll come over and make all my boutonnieres. For more creative inspiration or fun tricks and tips to make your floral life easier, check out our website at flowerschool.com. If you've got questions, don't hesitate to give me a call at 1-800-819-8089. If it's easier, feel free to use my personal email. It's Leanne, Leanne, at floraldesigninstitute.com. For now, happy wedding season to you all. Get practicing and do something you love.